This is my whole month-end variance, the table, the chart, the commentary, even a flag on a cash balance that swung negative overnight. And here's the part that really matters. I didn't build any of it today. I connected my data one time, asked a few questions, and the report put itself together. If we haven't met, I'm Mike, a senior finance leader, and over the last decade, I've automated more than 150,000 hours out of finance processes. So when I tell you that most of month-end is wasted motion, that's from doing it, not reading about it. By the end of this, you'll see how to connect your data once and stop rebuilding the same report every single month. Quick heads up. Quadratic is sponsoring this one. I've got two rules for sponsors. One, I'll only use tools I really believe in. And two, I'll only run it on my real finance work with real data. So that's what this is. Real files, real month end. Every finance pro watching this knows this grind in their gut, the monthly reporting tax. And the analysis is the small part of it. The tax is everything around the analysis. Exporting, cleaning, rebuilding the pivot, chasing the one formula that points at a cell you deleted, rewriting commentary that says roughly what it said last month. I worked with a controller who spent the better part of 2 days every close just reassembling the reporting package before she could even start thinking about what the numbers meant. 2 days every month. And for most of us, that assembly work is just the job. So here's what I want to show you. One workflow, 4 moves. Connect your live data, ask your questions in plain English, open up the work and check it, because you should never trust a number you can't see the math on. Then set it up, so next month you don't rebuild anything, you just refresh. And I'm going to do it the way most of us do it today first, with a regular AI chatbot, so you can feel exactly where it runs out of road. Let's start where most people already are. You've got your GL, you want a budget versus actual variance, and a bit of commentary. So you paste it into ChatGPT or Claude and ask. And to be fair, it does a decent job. I want to give it that. Let me show you exactly what that looks like and then where it falls apart. So here we are in Claude. Now you could do this exact same thing in ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, whatever you have. And we're going to pop in our data files. So I'm going to bring over 2. So this is for the F9 Finance chain of coffee shops. We have 3 different locations. This is our profit and loss financials for a period of about 18 months. And then I've got some comments that all of the managers have given us on a monthly basis. So this is our core data. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk in a prompt. Act as a financial analyst. I need you to evaluate the attached data and complete an analysis for month end June 2026, as well as variance commentary ready to share with senior executives. All right, so we'll just give it a basic prompt. I want it to be a financial analyst. I want it to evaluate the data, complete an analysis for month end June 2026, and then it's going to give us some variance commentary based on that analysis. We'll go ahead and send this off, and we'll see how the traditional method of working with chatbots gives you your data and your analysis. And here is our response back from Claude. And again, it's a good response. So it spent about 7 minutes pulling this together using the Sonnet 5 model. It's got some flags in here, kind of a highlights. Here's our executive summary, consolidated financials, location performance, location commentary, has some comments on data integrity. So it did a really nice job. Despite it doing a good job, this isn't sustainable or scalable, and here's why. First, just to get here, I had to go into my source system. I had to rebuild the report I wanted, export it to a CSV, then clean it and format it before the chatbot could even read it. That's the busy work before the busy work. Second, and this is the big one, I only exported that one slice, that one CSV. So the only questions I can ask are the ones I already planned for when I pulled the data. The second my boss asked something I didn't expect, I'm back in the source system pulling another export. And real analysis is never one question. It's the follow-up, and then the follow-up to the follow-up. A chatbot working off a single frozen CSV can't go get more. It only knows the little rectangle of data you handed it. Third, this answer is stuck in a chat I'll never find again. And next month, I start this whole dance over from zero. So the question that runs the rest of this video is simple. What if the spreadsheet was wired straight into the real data? And I could just keep asking. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Quadratic, which bills itself as the AI spreadsheet. Shown simply down here, connect your data, AI does the analysis, and it shares repeatable insights. So let's pop into my Quadratic account. Now, most importantly, if you come down to connections, this is where you're going to see the power of Agent Sync that can pull in all of my live data. I'll hit edit here to show you, and you'll see this is linked right up to my Google BigQuery. Now, to show you what's in BigQuery, so this is my coffee shop data set. This is where all of my live data lives. You see I've got bank balances, bank transactions, commentary, point of sale. I have a partition point of sale because this is a massive data set. This partitions by month. And then I've got a profit and loss. So this is comparable if you've got Snowflake, if you've got Azure, if you've got Fabric, this is going to be comparable to that setup. And it's all linked right up here. And I didn't have to explain my data set. I wired this up. It connected. It took about 30 seconds. Once I got my service account configuration, 30 seconds, it was wired up, and Quadratic just studies the data on its own. So let's come back and let's do a little bit of analysis with this. So I'm going to pop open a new file. And here we are in the chat, and we are connected to F9 Finance Coffee Shop. I'm going to point the chat at that data. You'll see over here is a spreadsheet, very different interface than we saw with chat, where it's really just the chatbot. Here I've got the chatbot. Once I clicked on my connections, you'll see all of the different data sets, just like over in BigQuery. I can close that now. And then we've got the spreadsheet over here. So with all that in place, let's go ahead and give this a prompt. So here's going to be our prompt. I need you to pull profit and loss data and commentary to build a reusable month-end variance report for this coffee shop chain, starting with June 2026. Compare to prior year, to prior month, and to budget. Again, all of our data is linked right up to BigQuery through Agent Sync. We'll go ahead and hit submit. And then you're going to watch Quadratic get to work. Now, when we ran Claude, I didn't show it to you because it's really just Claude running in the background. It'll come back with a few comments on what it's doing, but what you're watching here is Quadratic working live. So it's already built a P&L Explorer. It's going into the data set. It's structuring the data. It's understanding what's available. There's the P&L data. Here's the commentary data coming in. You can watch it work because this is an actual honest to goodness spreadsheet over here. I'm going to go ahead and collapse the data set because you don't need to see that. Give it more room for the P&L. And again, you can watch it work and see everything that it's doing over here as it works away. Every step Quadratic is taking is being documented with code, with formulas, with data, all linking back to our live source data sitting on BigQuery. You're not pulling the data in, you're not copying and pasting it like we did to Claude. It's all a live connection to our database. So we saw Quadratic started by doing a bunch of data analysis and worked with the data. Now it's coming together and starting to actually build out the main variance report and all of the commentary cells. You'll see down here, it's explaining everything it's doing. You can come back to any of these items. So if I click here, updated spreadsheet, it's going to show you what it's doing. I can come to any step and have it explain it. Everything is being cataloged and again being done in real time in an actual spreadsheet. And here is our completed report. So it's explaining here what we see. We have the raw data that is pulled from BigQuery. That's all over there. We've got controls in N2 to 03. We've got a variance report, we have a commentary, and then to roll forward, it's saying we just have to change it to July and everything updates automatically. And again, it's a spreadsheet, so we can work from right here. It says, want me to add a chart summarizing net income variance by location, or set this up to run on a schedule each month. If you want to run this on your own data, Quadratic has a free plan, and the link in the description gets you started. And real quick, if this is landing for you, hit the like button. It genuinely helps the kind of finance-specific stuff reach the people drowning in month end right now. Okay, but I know some of you are thinking, because I thought it too, can you trust a number the AI wrote? Well, let's take a look at it. This is the part that really earns my trust and why I'm thrilled to put my name on Quadratic. It's not a black box. Let me open the code behind that variance number and show you. Everything in this file is auditable and traceable, and I can show you how easy this is. So if I come over here, this is our data set that's querying from Google. So if I select any cell, all I have to do is come up here to the formula button. It's showing you it's coming from BigQuery. I'll hit that button and you're going to see right here, here's the SQL that's grabbing it from BigQuery. I can come and do the same thing on one of my commentary cells. Go ahead and click that. Here's the commentary data and exactly the SQL pulling it in from that BigQuery table. Now, what if we want to come over and look at one of our formulas? So I'll come over here to our actuals. Here you'll see it's Python because it's doing the analysis. We'll click into that, and here is everything that you can see in the Python. Now, let me just show you that this is really stable, whether you know what you're doing or whether you don't. I'm just going to come in and I'm going to delete this. All right, so now something is broken. Let's go ahead and save and run it. Okay, so you just see everything went away. We can come down here and say, I made a change to the Python code and I think I broke it. Please fix. So first of all the code is there. If you know what you're doing, if you want to go in and tweak the code, all of that is there for you. This is a live dynamic file. If you don't know what you're doing and you break it like I just did, you can have it restore it, you can have it fix the code, because again, all of this is auditable and all of this is traceable. Look at that. It was fixed in literally a couple of seconds while we were talking, and everything is back to how it should be. And all of this, we can adjust the formatting if we want to. This is a real workbook that you can work with, very similar to working in Excel. So there's the Python it wrote. I can read it line by line and see exactly how it got that variance. If you don't code, you just did what I did. You asked it to explain itself in plain English. And if you do code, you saw me jump in and change a line myself. Now, to answer new questions, we don't have to go back and get more data. All we have to do is ask the question again, and let's ask a really key one. So I'm going to ask it, please review banking transactions and balances for June. Is there anything I should be concerned about? So think about, you are doing an initial executive review, you're walking through the financials, and this question comes up. What is going on in banking? And you can now answer this question live. You don't have to go and get a new CSV file. All of the data is already wired up. It's going to be all of the live data. For us, this is the bank data that's coming in on a daily basis. It's all going to be fresh, and I can do this right in line, asking a plain language question. All of it's going to come back in that exact same coding setup that we saw with the P&L. You'll see it quickly pulling together. We've got our June balances coming in, our June transactions. Because I was specific about the month, it's able to pull in less data, do the analysis faster. And again, you can do this live in meetings and be able to answer questions just so much faster. Wow, it was a question very similar to this that really sold me on the benefits of the Quadratic AI spreadsheet. I asked one question, is there anything I need to be aware of in banking? This comes back in under 2 minutes. You can answer a question live, and look what we see here. Worth a closer look, there were 2 items that didn't quite make sense or follow trends. Lower Manhattan received $150,000 business interruption insurance claim payout, and Astoria had a $22,000 interest rate true up. We're not seeing that reflected on the P&L, so a really big flag to know there's a disconnect between the cash we're seeing, the P&L, and we want to make sure it's been recorded appropriately between the P&L and the balance sheet. One plain language question, and I'm no longer saying, let me get back to you on that. Now, this is the piece I really wish I'd had years ago. I built this one time. Next month, I don't touch a single formula. And I can take it a step further with something called scheduled runs. I can tell Quadratic to pull fresh data from the source on a schedule. Hourly, daily, weekly, whatever the report needs. Every time it runs, every analysis downstream refreshes on its own. So I open the file, and the numbers, the charts, the commentary, that cash check, they're already updated with the latest data. I did the thinking once, and the report keeps doing the work. So I'm going to give it a very simple prompt to kick off a scheduled run. Please set this month-end analysis up to run on the 5th of every month at 7 a.m. We'll hit send now. Quadratic, again, always has your live fresh data. It's connected right to Google BigQuery. It's going to call everything it needs using SQL in the moment. So as long as your database is updated, which BigQuery is, you're good to go. And look how fast that was. I asked for one question. Please set this up to run. It's scheduled every code cell on sheet 1. That's going to be the polls of the data, the variance report, and the commentary, and all the banking analysis is going to rerun automatically. If you want to do this with banking data, you can set it up to run every single working day at 6 a.m. All your bank data will be there the moment you walk in. You can set this up for weekly reporting, daily reporting. Heck, you could do hourly reporting. It's that easy, set up in seconds with plain language. How cool is that? And the thing that really got me, you can connect this right to the communication tools you're already using. So on every scheduled run, Quadratic Agent Sync drops the finished report straight into a Slack channel or other tools. Picture your cash flag landing in your team's channel every morning at 7 a.m. before anyone's even opened their laptop, with nobody touching it. Your morning cash check now runs itself and shows up where your team already lives. So let's talk about what this changes, and I'll be straight with you. The monthly reporting package that used to eat most of a day for me is now a refresh and a read. There's still real work. I study it, I think about it, that's the job. But the assembling? Gone. That controller I mentioned, the one losing 2 days a month to assembly, this is a workflow that hands her back those 2 days every close all year. That's 20 plus days a year she gets to spend being a finance leader instead of a spreadsheet mechanic. Now, if you build reporting like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I run this stuff on real finance files, so you don't have to gamble your own time finding out what works. I'm curious about one thing. Drop a comment and tell me how long your monthly reporting takes right now, start to finish, and how much of it is the exact same every single month. I read every one. And if you want to go deeper on AI for finance, check out this playlist I made. It will walk you through it from start to finish. I'll catch you over there. Until then, this is Mike signing off from F9 Finance. Cheers.